Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone, Ahmad from ENTOPDBA here. Today I'm going to talk about restricting and sorting data. So let's get started. Limiting rows that are selected. Restricting the rows that are returned by using where class. So here we are using the where class. This is the structure. The where class follows the from class. So the where class always coming after the from. First you need to use from and then where class. The where class is actually used to filter records. So here using the where class, select employee ID, last name, job ID, department ID from employees where department ID is 90. So here we filter the records by department ID. All those employees whose department ID is 90, we need it in our reports. So let's see this example practically. As you can see, all the employees whose department ID is 90, we uh, we displayed in the reports. So what happened, for example, your supervisor say, give me the report of those whose department ID is 100. So just change it here. So this is the usage of where, like if somebody give you a condition, so someone say, okay, give me those reports of the employees whose department ID is 200. Just you need to use the where. If someone give you a condition, then you need to use where class, where department ID is 200. Oh, we don't have 200 department ID. So let's say 20 here. Character string and dates. Character string and date values are enclosed within a single quotation marks. Whenever we want to use a where class with the last name and date, for example, a character and date, we need to use a single quotation. For date also we are using single quotation, and for the character also using single quotation. Let's see this example practically. So here, the last name is character string. So that's why we need to use the last name or whatever the data type is character string. We need to use single quotation. What happens if you remove the single quotation for the name, for the character? The SQL does give you an error. So you have to enclose it with a single quotation, the name and also the date. These two data type should be enclosed with a single quotation. So this is the character. Let's say the date. Here, select last name from employees where hire date is this date. Someone hired in this date, 17 October 2013. So your supervisor say, okay, give me the report of those employees whose hire date is 17 October 2003. So, so this is the query. So only we have one guy who was hired in October 2003. So what happened if you remove the single quotation? It will give you error. So I told you we have to, for the character, single quotation. We need to use single, and for date, we need to use single quotation. This is the usage of single quotation with where class. Comparison operators. Equal to, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to, between and, in set, match any of list of values, like match a character pattern, is a null value. Using comparison operators. So select last name salary from employees where salary less than or equal to 3,000. We are comparing. So let's say your supervisor say, tell you, okay, give me those the reports reports of those employees whose salary is less than or equal to 3,000. So this 3,000 is included and less than that. So this is the query. As you can see, 2,900 is less than 3,000. 2008 is less than 3,000, but it will not display 3,001 because we say less than or equal to 3,000. So 3,000 is included and less than that. This is comparison operators. So less than or equal to is called comparison operator. Range condition using the between operators. So whenever we use the between, it is called range condition. Use the between operator to display rows based on a range of values. You give a range of values. For example, let's say select last name salary from employees where salary between 2,500 and 3,500. Okay, so your supervisor is asking for a report. Okay, give me that report whose salary, whose the employees whose salary is between 2,500 and 3,500. This is the query. So we use between. If someone gives you a range of date, like two dates, okay, so you need to use between. Here, the salary range is 2,500 and 3,500, then use between. If someone gives you a range condition. So here we go. 3,500 and 2,000 is included. Using in operators. Use the in operator to test for a value in a list. Select employee ID, last name, salary, manager ID from employees where manager ID in 100, 101, 201. So this, whenever we use in, so the reports is only displaying whose manager ID is 100, 101, and 201. So this is called in operators. This is the example. Here you go. As you can see, all manager ID should be 100, 101, 101, and 201. 101 and 201. So this is the 201. Pattern matching using the like operators. Use the like operator to perform wildcard search of wallet search string values. Search condition can contain either literal character or numbers. This sign denotes 0 or more characters. This sign denotes 1 characters. Here, example, select first name from employees where first name like it should start with S, and after that this sign means denotes 0 or more characters. After the S, whether it will come any characters or not. So let's see the example. But it should start with S. The first name should start with S, and after that, it may have 2 characters, 3 characters, or may not. Say first name. Here you go. So the first character is ace, and after that it donates 0 or more. So we have more character after the ace, but it should start with ace. This is the usage of like. Combining wildcard characters. You can combine the two wildcards character using these two symbols with literal characters for pattern matching. For example, select last name from implies where last name like. So we are using both condition, both literal characters. So what happened here? Here I said to the reports that the first character of a name should be O, and the before that, anything. It could be anything, C, D, F, A, Z. But after that, so it should be one character or zero character or more. So here the condition is the second one should be O. And after that any characters, and before that any characters, so we are only pointing to the second character should be O. Using null condition, test for nulls with the is null operators. Select last name manager id from implies where manager id is null. So okay, your supervisor is asking you for a reports. Okay, bring me a report whose manager ID is null. All manager ID is of the employee should be null. So I need those reports. So you can write is null. The condition should be is null. So the king is that employee whose manager ID is null. So we have only one person whose manager ID is null. So if someone asks you, okay, give me a report of those employees whose manager ID is null, so you can use where condition where, and then is null. His manager ID is null. So this is the usage of is null. Thank you so much, and please do not forget to subscribe and my channel. So please share it, and I see you in the next videos. Thank you.